Good morning. It's 9 o'clock on this Friday, March 13th, and this is 7 News Now, the quickest way to get the news you need. Jacob Durham joins us now with a first look at our weekend forecast.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all out there. I know there's a lot of events going on across southwest Louisiana. It should be perfect to do so. It's a little bit chilly out there this morning, so have the jacket and the coat handy, but the good news is we're on a warming trend heading into the weekend. Live look on the Jennings Skycam now back into DeRidder. Ample amounts of sunshine out there for you as well. Looks like we might have a fire ongoing off in the distance as well, so we'll look into that here in just a moment. South Lake Charles Skycam, 54 degrees the current temperature, so we're certainly warming up out there as we're sitting back right at 53 officially at the airport. 51 to Quincy, to 48 in DeRidder, 53 as you're moving into Jennings. But as you expand out, look at the big picture, it's nearly 60 in New Orleans, so that southeast wind certainly helping to warm us up. We've got cold air across the eastern half of the country, and then we're warming up across the western half, so that's a good sign of things to come for you, if you will. Winds out of the south today, 10 to 15 miles per hour, occasionally gusting a little bit stronger than that at times, so certainly not as windy as what it has been the past couple of days, but we are looking pretty good as we're heading through the afternoon. We'll see temperatures into the low 70s. Nice southerly wind to help to kind of warm things up, add a little bit more humidity to the forecast through the second half of your afternoon and evening, but cloud cover begins to work its way in as we're heading into your Saturday morning. We're starting off on a milder note. Temperatures warming up as well. We're tracking temperatures near 80 degrees. We'll let you know when. And of course, we're tracking a cold front coming up on First Alert Weather Extra at 10 a.m. We'll show you those big changes that are set to arrive heading into early next week on First Alert Weather Extra. Once again, coming up at 10 a.m.
All right, thanks, Jacob. An accident in DeRidder is under investigation this morning. According to police, a log truck and a school bus collided on Highway 171 yesterday around 8 a.m. at the intersection with Martin Luther King Street. No children were on the bus, but some injuries were reported. No word yet on the condition of anyone involved in that crash. Some traffic lights at the intersection were damaged. A Calcasieu Parish murder trial has been halted and a mistrial declared. We're told it all had to do with drugs allegedly being given to a defendant while inside the courtroom. The trial centered on a 2019 Lake Charles murder. 34-year-old Javid David died after he was found shot near the intersection of Goss Boulevard and Knapp Street. 3 men were charged in the killing. Solomon Martin, Jamal Miller, and Daquan Coleman all face a second-degree murder charge. The Attorney General's office was prosecuting the case in which each defendant was separately represented. According to the AG, a staff member of one of the defense attorneys allegedly passed drugs to a defendant in court. Demi Fontana was arrested on counts of possession with intent to distribute marijuana and introduction of contraband into a correctional facility. Judge David Ritchie declared a mistrial, and a new trial date is set for August 3rd. Our sister station, WAFB, and 2 other media outlets are suing LSU. The lawsuit filed yesterday involves a public records request that the university denied. 3 reporters, including our chief investigator, Chris Nakamoto, are plaintiffs on the suit that seeks spending records from the university. The lawsuit is not seeking payments for name, image, and likeness, which are protected. Instead, the outlets are seeking revenue-sharing payments made to athletes that came about after a landmark court decision.
I can't think of a single application where the state gets to tell its citizens, including you and me, that we don't, that we're not allowed to see how they're spending our money.
LSU released a statement saying the university had not been served as of yesterday afternoon. School officials also maintain the records are exempt from public disclosure, saying the release of that information puts LSU at a competitive disadvantage. A constitutional law professor from Denmark is in Louisiana trying to get answers about Governor Jeff Landry's role as U.S. Special Envoy to Greenland. He says people back home are trying to understand the Trump administration's plans for Greenland. Professor Frederick Vagu teaches at the University of Southern Denmark. His trip to Louisiana comes after President Trump expressed his desire to acquire Greenland several times since taking office. The president has called it a priority for national security purposes, but people in Greenland have overwhelmingly rejected the idea of joining the U.S., and Professor Vagu says Governor Landry's appointment has only raised more questions because his role in all of this is unclear.
I hope he would listen. I hope that I would be allowed to talk a bit with him about his role and invite him to Denmark to come and speak at University of Southern Denmark.
Vagu says People's Governor Landry will respond and accept his invitation to Denmark to explain his role and views directly. Mama Rita's Kitchen has moved several times from her downtown spot in Lake Charles to near Lafayette and back to Lake Charles on Belden Street. Now she might have to move her business yet again as the Calcasieu River Bridge project gets underway. She says that at last official word, a new sound barrier as part of the bridge is going to displace her building.
No, that's gonna have me moving. I'm gone. I'm retired. I'll be done. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not going anywhere else. This will be the last project right here. This will be the last, this is the chapter, end of the chapter right here.
Her kitchen is one of a dozen buildings listed on the project's environmental impact statement that are slated to be displaced. We reached out to both DOTD and bridge project officials to clarify what's going to happen to those homes and businesses that will possibly be impacted. We were told to put in a formal public records request, which we did. We're waiting to hear back. McNeese State University is having their preview day tomorrow. This is a campus-wide open house where students and families can learn about admissions, majors, and minors, and even take a campus and housing tour. It'll be held at the new Student Union from 10 a.m. until 1 in the afternoon. The Black Heritage Festival continues this weekend with a gala tribute concert happening tonight at 6:30 at the venue in Lake Charles. And the Community and Family Day will be tomorrow at the Lake Charles Event Center from 10:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. We have all the details on our website, KPLCTV.com. And a reminder this morning that Citgo's e-Recycle Day is tomorrow. It's taking place in the parking lot at the Lake Charles Event Center from 8 a.m. until 11 a.m. For a full list of acceptable items, you can visit our website, KPLCTV.com. If you're watching this live stream on your app or online, don't forget you can download 7 News straight to your Roku or smart TV. Thanks for joining us. Now we'll send you back to Local News Live.